So I'm
No, I'm not asking you whatever. I'm asking you to defend what you're saying.
Your Honor, while this is enlightening, I do think it is way off topic for what this hearing is.
The other point, just you asked me what I'm at. The other point
Just a minute.
is he agreed to pay all.
There's a matter pending
all
before
the
the hearing officer.
subcontractors.
Hold on.
Just a matter.
You don't need to argue that. This is cross-examination, and I'm going to allow it to go on for some time, but I think you need to wrap this up.
Yes, sir.
That you mentioned the other litigation. I can't answer.
No, you need to answer his question.
Well, he's asking me why we get angry from time to time, and I'm telling you, he asked me.
I don't want to hear that long list. We don't have time for all that. I'm talking. You got angry in 2013, correct? Consistent with your behavior now.
I do not recall being angry at the time I came over here to the Secretary of State's office. I've been angry at other times, like when subcontractors sued us, they supposedly he'd already paid or would take care of pay.
Mr. Parsons, I'm going to ask you this, and we're going to go back to what really happened leading up to and through April 11 of 2011. But do you understand, with respect to all these later events after April 2011, that there could be transactions that happen that you just don't know about? And it makes you mad when you don't know about them? Could that be among the things that make you mad?
Here's what I thought about.
No, answer my question, then.
That is
Your
not,
officer
no,
just
no,
instructed
no,
you to answer my
I think
question.
that's some kind of weird psychological. I don't know what you're talking about, really, where we're at.
There are checking account transactions that happen out there in America's economy that you don't know about. Isn't that true?
I don't know what, once he commingled the funds in his own account, started spending it, I don't have any idea. I mean, I can't show
You don't know, do you? You don't know, do you? And that makes you mad, doesn't it?
No. It doesn't make me mad.
No, it does make
makes
you...
me think that somebody has something to hide.
No, sir.
Because why
No,
else
sir.
would you commingle funds?
No,
You
sir.
shouldn't have something to hide.
I don't show you any of my checking account records, and I'm not trying to hide anything from you. It's just none of your business.
You haven't spent the proceeds of a bond issue that my client was supposed to use. My client, Retro Metro, borrowed money, and the proceeds of that money were spent. As their counsel, this is kind of a ridiculous line of questioning, because the whole series of attorneys that have represented you on this matter have all admitted that I had a legitimate need to know what the money was spent for these various purposes. And now to argue that I don't have a legitimate need to know that money is just something that makes me mad because I don't know, seems kind of absurd, Brad.
I didn't ask you that. You just testified after all of these accusations of conduct by Mr. Watkins in transactions none of which had happened in April of 2011. It's now your complaint that you don't know what happened to the money one way or another. Correct?
I know it wasn't spent on this project.
You don't know what it was.
Substantial about it. It was not spent on this project.
It's your position that it was commingled in a Watkins Development bank account, correct?
That's correct.
And
I know it was I have a bank statement of checks that show it going to Watkins Development Bank.
Yes, sir. Into Watkins Development's bank account.
Right.
Now, it's
Those
not
checks,
against the law.
the memorandum of those checks are not sufficient detail to tell exactly what it's for.
Okay. In your mind, in 2012 and 2013. Right? Now, it's not against the law to have a single account and do multiple things on behalf of multiple ventures, is it?
I think it is if you have agreed to keep separate books and records, and by having a multiple account, you so commingle it that people can't sort out what it is you actually did.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion.
That's what you're asking me, is my opinion.
And it's for the reason of you have a quarrel with the commingling of Watkins Development bank accounts in 2012 after this transaction had taken place, and you're frustrated that you can't do your accounting to track through all of how he spent it on construction, correct?
I have explained, I think, several times now how these bond proceeds should have been handled. And I've explained, you all don't seem to be denying how they were handled. And I have said that I think had it been handled the way they should have been instead of the way they were, that bonds would not have defaulted, and the owners of my client would not have had to incur $1.5 million plus of personal financial exposure that they now have. And that is the bottom line.
That's the real problem that brought us here, correct?
That is the problem, yeah.
Okay.
I object to that. That's the problem that brought him in this argument. That is not the problem that brought the Secretary of State here.
Let me ask you, with respect to the respondents' exhibits, to turn again to number 33.
Do it now.
That's okay, I'm pretty sure.
20 minutes to 12.
Yeah.
Let's take 5 minutes. You've been getting work pretty hard.